Hey everyone, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you see this message. Hope all is well with you. Hope that everything is blessed. Hope you're having an amazing day wherever it is that you are in the world. I've come here today with just a quick message. I'm not really sure where it's going to take us. I'm just going to, channel what, just speak my truth and what comes from the heart. At the end of the day, we all need a safe space where we can speak from our heart space and transmute that energy. I could be dealing with, I'm not even going to say I could be dealing, that's not right. What I've learned as an empath and an energy reader is that of course, if you are an energy reader and you're trying to, heal people in the sense of like have light energy. We all embody light and dark energy, but if you're trying to be more in that light energy, you can attract darkness because they need the light. You have to see it from that perspective as well. So no matter where you are at this point in your life, whether you are in a dark energy or a light energy, maybe you're trying to fulfill your life purpose, maybe you just need a message to uplift your spirits. I hope that whatever it is that you have come here for or come across my message for today gives you whatever the power and strength is that you need to continue your journey. So I'm going to pull a few unicorn magic cards and I'm just going to talk about what I get from these cards. So Spirit, what unicorn cards do we have in my collective? What's interesting is today I was talking to someone about a situation, and one of my sisters, she needed my help with something. So she asked, she was like, what do I do? Like, what can we do for this woman? This woman needs help in terms of travel. So I was just like, okay, what is it that she needs? Does she need the money? Like, sometimes when we tend to overcomplicate things. Like, what is it? We instantly think, oh, they need money. And actually, it may not need money. They may just need a miracle. And people need to believe more in miracles. How do miracles happen? What is a miracle for you? You could talk about miracles that have happened for you, and you might have people that just like, it's not a miracle, it's not coincidence, whatever. I have always said this, and this is a philosophy that I live by, is that coincidence doesn't exist. You're meant to be where you are in that moment of time to receive the messages, but you can only receive messages if you're tapped in and not doing bullshit like matrix stuff. I've really had to pull myself away from really interacting on social media, and I feel like that was why I felt suppressed during Mercury retrograde. I felt really suppressed within my truth. I felt like I couldn't express myself. I was angry, I was irritated, I was very much in a space of like, why can't I just get a message out there, or why can't I talk, or why can't I? And I just felt like, okay, rather than seeing it from there's negative energy on me, or someone's casting an evil eye or whatever, because as much as I believe it's there, I believe in all of that, but that's not what I want to invest my energy into. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to constantly focus on, oh my gosh, who's casting evil eye. Like, there's other things to do, and if you're gonna live your life like just immediately, like, that you're jealous, because let's be real, if you read energy and you really know about energy, you'll know straight away. And this is kind of what has made me come away from social interactions, gatherings and stuff like that. Not in a sense of like, oh my gosh, I don't want to interact with anyone. It's not even that. It's just the fear of just being within people's presence that actually don't want you around, or they're judging you, or what they're looking at, or what they're thinking, or like it's not always a blessing to have that ability to know that, but then it's a thing of like, you got to rise above it. someone's always going to have something to say about you and the situation and stuff, but then you've got to realize that the Most High will always humble these people in front of you. They will do that by blessing you. And the thing is, you have to remain elevated. This may have been a time for you that you had to remain humble. Like, you may have been actually practicing humility in a sense of like, okay, do you know what, I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm gonna not respond how I'd normally respond to it. I'm gonna just laugh it off. I'm gonna brush it off. I'm gonna just think differently about it, because I'm not investing my energy into the negative aspect of what they're truly thinking. I'm investing myself more into the uplifting things, the things that I want to hear, and the things that I need to hear. You may be someone who, and this is, again, I'm talking more about my own personal journey, only because I feel like by speaking my truth, it helps someone understand their own. And I realise that a lot of stuff that has been said to me over the past, the duration of my life, and things that you wouldn't think are damaging, or you wouldn't think there's much to it, but you've got to be real and honest with yourself. There's things that hurt you that don't affect other people, but how do you deal with those emotions and regulate? But how can you speak your truth and not have it get you to that point of you're in your emotions and you're perhaps falling out with people? Because I was one of those people. I probably still am, to be honest. I'm not going to say I was. I'm one of those people that my hurt can really transmute into anger really quickly. So I could be upset about something, but someone might think, oh, she's angry about it, but it's not, because my emotions, in the sense of like, I can tell you that I'm upset about it, or I'm gonna physically cry about it, because you think, oh, when someone's angry, they may look angry, but sometimes people who are really angry, and I've had it and I've done it, when you cry, but you're so mad that you cry, like it's just like, why the fuck? And it's like, even when you're crying, you're like, why the fuck am I crying? And that's pissing you off even more. You're like, why am I crying? Like I'm angry. Like, what the fuck? Even things like that, if you think about it, it's like, what, and that's just making you even more angry, and you're not expressing your emotions or regulating your emotions in the way that you should be. So you find yourself back in like karmic mindsets. I'm going to say they're karmic mindsets, because karmic mindsets could equal karmic lifestyles, karmic debt, whatever you want to call it, karmic partners, whoever, whatever. But take what resonates for you. So I can feel, so I got this one. So I can feel the vibrations of the full moon charge and uplift my soul. So check when the next full moon is. I think there's one coming. I think I'm seeing the 14th of June. Thanks, Spirit. I think it's the 14th, but check. I'm sure it is the 14th of June. It's the new full moon, and I don't know what sign it is. Don't ask me about what sign it is. But I keep my mind, body and soul alert and awakened so that I can thrive. So a lot of people are just being kind of called to stand in their power and just be a bit more like, okay, do you know what? I choose to see the magic. And it's basically what I'm really getting from this whole message is that you have to really see it from a glass half full perspective now. You can't be in that mindset of like, you know what, I've always been in lack, or I've missed out, or blah blah blah, whatever, or this person's looking at me because of da 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 da, whatever, blah blah blah. You got to see it from a positive perspective. You got to be like, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm living, I'm breathing, I'm here, I'm present, I'm here with, I'm balanced, I know how to regulate my emotions. And I feel like that's important for a lot of us to be able to do. As simple as it sounds, it's not simple, and it's not easy to do it. It's not just like, oh, stop it, acting like a baby, this, that. But that can frustrate you, because you may feel as if you're not being heard, because at the end of the day, it's a thing of like, I just want to keep the peace, so I'm just going to not say what I want to say. And then you end up betraying yourself and hurting yourself even more, because you're just withholding your truth. The pixies come to witness my magic as I glow with self-love. So Spirit is asking you to embody more, confident spirit. So it's a bit more as in like you need to tap into more feminine energy. So more like, okay, what makes you feel feminine? What do you want to work on? Are you more into how to work on self love, more that sense, or are you more looking to change your look, or something? Maybe some of you may be thinking about going to the hairdressers, or just a new style, or just something like just switching it up a bit. What will make you feel more in that role of, this is the energy that I wish to embody? Because if you think about it, we are a gift, and you have to think about, we can all set up our altars, and we can have these like desks in our house, or we can, have a dedicated sacred space or whatever, but the number one altar is ourselves. So what do we want to look out, what do we want to project on into the world? Like, what version of yourself are you going to be? Are you going to tap into that spirit of, that feminine energy that you wish to embody, or are you just going to continue to operate from masculine energy? I don't know who that's for. That's for someone. A lot of people are being called to tap more into feminine energy here. A lot of you may be seeing a lot more angel numbers. So angel numbers, I'm picking up mainly on 77 here. So a lot of you could be seeing 77. Let's pull a few cards for the collective. Spirit, what do you wish for my collective to know? What do you wish for my collective to know? Like I said, I have just made an oath to myself that I need to keep up with the content. So any words of encouragement or support would be greatly appreciated. If you take the time to listen to my messages and you find that they help you, or they're are useful to you, I appreciate all your words of encouragement. So you got the Knight of Wands with the Three of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So there may be someone here. So this is for, I'm going to say the few scenarios. This is why I love YouTube readings, to be honest. I love reading for a collective. I just love it. Because it's a lot of different energies. I love it. It's playful. It just keeps me occupied. And I just think it's amazing. So we've got, some of you could have had like a situationship, or a friends with benefits situation, or whatever you want to call it, and this person's hoping to kind of like come back into your life or something. But the thing is, with this person being here, it's like they're a knight and a page, and they're not a king or an emperor or anything like that. So feminine energy, I don't know what you're going to do with that, because this may not actually be the person for you. However, this person could also embody, because I'm going to read it from both perspectives. So on the other hand, this person may be a non-committal type. So I'm not necessarily saying you need to settle for that, because I don't believe that if you are if you know someone's intentions from the jump, okay, so you know that this person is not going to commit to you, you know that this person is not going to do what it is that you want, and you just know, like, not even that you are going to be like, oh, it will change. Like, sometimes when you can kid yourself and be like, oh, it changed, and you hold out and all that shit. Nah, I'm past that now. That none of that shit's going to happen. It's like, literally lay all the cards out on the table, show me what it is. I'm not doing this whole, I'm going to keep my cards close to my chest and then reveal, like, show me the real you now, okay? We're not doing this whole back and forth stuff, okay? This maybe just be like the dialogue with you and this person. This may be something that's going down in your life at the moment, because I feel like the whole time that I spent away just not sitting on messages and just withholding them or whatever, I guess I was withholding them in a sense, but it gave me the motivation to do what it is that I need to do. And a lot of the time, things that I was asking about, the answer was just hidden in plain sight. And it was a thing of like, okay, why did I not see this originally? It's like, no, it's because the expectation that I have of something is not actually how it's going to be presented. It's like, when the best way that I can describe it is like, when you So I'm thinking of someone, right? Oh my gosh, love and light to her, man. I hope that, like, you know, it's all like, even though we don't talk no more, still love and light to her. And she was saying to me one time, right? And she said, oh, it's like she was cussing because she was cussing about her son, right? And she said that it's like bringing the horse to water and the horse complaining that there's mud in it. So I feel like that's the best way to describe it. It's like, you know what, it's, you know, you've got to, like, I'm giving you the tools, innit? Like, you figure it out. So you know, what I'm basically trying to say to you is, like, you know, it translates to everyone differently, but I know I've read this in, like, and I've seen it. It's like, you know, it's because, again, you know, I'm not going to sit here and quote the Bible. I will not. Like, it's not even that I don't want to quote the Bible. It's not nothing to do with that. It's just the way that it's written. For me personally, I can't really, like, resonate with the style. Like, it's just, it's not hitting how it was. But there's certain scriptures that I read that I'm like, okay, you know, this is pretty straightforward, and I get what I need to get out of it. But it's a lot, and it's long, and it's just, you know, so I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to really read the scripture or anything like that. And I know that I'm pronouncing words and things wrong as well, so I'm not going to sit here and read this stuff anyway. I'm not going to do it. However, there's things that I'm saying, like, even like I'm giving you the tools, like, you do something with it, right? I know that's somewhere in the Bible. So if anyone wants to put the scripture down, that is, and that could help someone here, because at the moment I'm not really connected enough to reference and quote these Bible verses in these old English terms. However, you know, we are the modern day version. I'm going to say we're the modern day version of, you know, the chosen people. So yeah, take it how it resonates for you. Like, you could be identifying as an alien or unicorn, whatever, you know. I'm talking to specific people though. You could say that you're a fairy and people be like, you a fairy? Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, because you don't believe in fairies, you don't believe in unicorns, you don't believe. And it's crazy because even so, I've been looking at the book of Psalms, right? And because that, I feel like reading that is enough, because I can kind of gauge, okay, you know, this is what you read it for and stuff. And there was actually a book that I had that you can, you know, see what you can use these specific prayers for as well, like even for yourself, like when you need words of encouragement, when you need a boost, when you need like their specific scriptures. And like, I was being guided, like I was saying to you earlier in the one of my previous readings about you know, scripture and stuff like that. I was just, I got like a download because someone came to me and said, like, what do I do? And I got Psalm 22, and I looked at it, and it's quite long, because, you know, some of them are not really that long. It has 31 verses in it. So I was like, okay. And then I, like, kind of just proofread over it, and then I saw something like unicorns, and I was like, oh, so they are mentioned here, like they are here in the Bible. So I was like, okay, there must be other mythical creatures that people have, you know, overlooked that are in the Bible. So you got to keep that in mind as well. But obviously, because this has been, you know, rewritten so many times over and over and over again, it's you know, some of the stuff is lost in translation. But if you really open your mind and read it, how in the mindset that, you know, you have, you're reading it with an open mindset, you know, in general, like not closed off and like, oh, I don't believe in it, or this is just hocus pocus or whatever. Like, no, you have to actually be open to it, and you have to question it. It's not like, okay, do you know what, you know, what do I read, and then just be okay with it. Like, question it. Like, why have you been drawn to read this particular scripture, or why is that one coming to you, or what does it mean? Ask for, you know, discernment on it. Pray about it. Maybe you're being highlighted, maybe you're a visual person, because I'm one of those people. Like I said, if you are a chosen one and you're meant to be getting messages in some way, shape or form or whatever, you are meant to, like, you obviously have your own way of getting messages. Like, I may get like a letter or something, I may see numbers, like, you know, angel numbers, or, you know, there may be something of significance, or you may look at stuff and then be instantly drawn to something, so you know, okay, that's how I'm drawn to or connected to this person. Like, you see it, you start seeing stuff differently, from a complete different perspective and mindset. And you know, I notice a lot of the people that I really connect with, I've noticed that a lot of us have like rose tattoos and stuff like that. So, you know, sometimes you can see it within people. It's not necessarily because, and like I said, I'm reading for a collective who probably had no place, or they were two different ethnicities, or you know, anything like that. You know, when or you could have been from like a blended family or something, or just you could have been adopted. You could have been in a home away from home. Let's just say it like that. You could be a home away from home. This one fly it's just irritating me so much. Like, I don't know why it keeps coming over here. Like, maybe someone's bugging you. Someone's getting on your nerves. Maybe someone's trying to get your attention as well, or something from the past. I'm seeing about spring and chase as well. Spring. So let's get one more unicorn card. So Psalm 22, so you may want to read that. I have the drive, passion and energy to achieve my wildest dreams. So literally what we're saying is, like, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in your own magic. As much as people want to say like, oh, it's just hocus pocus, it doesn't exist, and you're too like positive, we need more positive energies. We need more love. We need more people acting from a place of love and not from judgment, hate, despair, evil eye, any of that shit. And you'll know straight away, like, trust your intuition, trust yourself, trust that you're picking up on, like, the energy you're feeling is the right energy. And you know when it's off, you know that shit is off. Like, sometimes you get, like I said, I could be dealing with people who why do I keep saying dealing with people? I could be talking to, like, I'm not dealing with, you know, like, it's okay. I could be talking to people who have probably, like, I'm gonna say people who have, like, obviously major beliefs in, like, the esoteric world, and but it's kind of always been shut down or suppressed, or like frowned upon, or like kind of just brushed under the carpet or whatever, because maybe people saw your potential and saw that's who you wanted to be or who you was going to be, and they just kind of shut that shit down. Because no one really, like, if you think about it, if you was a really powerful sorceress, okay, like, no one's gonna want you to be great. Like, let's be real, like, there's always gonna be someone competing with you, or there's gonna be someone like trying to take your spot or overthrow you or whatever. Like, no one's really safe. However, it's really about how you're received in the community. This is why I'm saying, like, a lot of us feminine energies need protectors. We need people, we need men that will look after them. I'm talking to people who are, you know, looking for a divine counterpart or a soulmate. We need men to protect us. That's simply what, and we need to feel that we can be in our power because we have the right protection and support from the people that are meant to protect us. See, I keep getting this message about pixies, so this is why, like, even my guides are like, why do you not go outside and see it for yourself? I feel like a lot of people may get messages or they may see pixies or orbs or like fays or something. You may be called to be going outside more. Like, I'm being called to go outside. Even I'm gonna go into my garden. I feel like it's gonna be one of those days today, but I'm really focused on just like evolving myself and just elevating myself and giving myself the strength, the courage, and just pushing myself forward and talking and hoping that you know, my voice is helping someone, or, you know, helping you elevate in terms of wherever it is that you are on your spiritual journey or just your day, you know. So, and I know that, you know, if I truly put my mind to something, and I just need to be in that mindset of like, I'm just going to focus on my goals and my dreams, and that's what I want to see. I can see the picture that I'm painting for myself. It's like, I'm not trying to like show people what I'm doing or be like, oh, you know what, I'm going here. This is a picture that I'm painting. This is what I'm doing. Because this is when shit starts to go wrong. It's like when you tell too many people what you're doing, that's when things start to go to the left. Okay, so that's when you don't really want to be talking too much about what your plans are, what you're doing, what you're focused on. You know, you want to just keep that to yourself, and then you want to talk about it afterwards, because you've got people that want the facts. They want to see the proof. How are you going to prove to people if you're not living proof of it? Trust people when they say, like, you know, they don't believe you, because they don't waste your time having pointless conversations with people that choose not to see shit how you see it. This is the thing. They are lost. They are not trying to see it from your perspective. They're not trying to see it from your viewpoint. They're not trying to see it from that. They're trying to see how you're going to help them and how that affects them as a person. Because really and truly, this is one thing that I've realized. Whenever I have interactions with people, and it's just something that I can't seem to move past, or just like, you know, when you're stuck at something and you're just like, I can't get past this part, because it's like I can't get over it. I can't like, it's one of the things, you know, when you have people that want to talk about themselves, it's cool, because I deal with energies that I keep saying dealing, it's pissing me off. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's like because I'm talking and it's like I'm picking up on different energies and stuff. It's just making me talk like all over the place. But it's alright. It's all cool. Like, I'm just happy that I'm talking, and I'm happy that, you know, I'm getting my voice out there so that people can just take these messages and, you know, they can make their day a more positive day. But I'm hoping that someone does get the smiley face, like, ear stretching though, like the earplug. That would be sick. There's a smiley face one, like glow in the dark smiley face one. So yeah, definitely get that. Even if you're all dressed in black or whatever, you can just have that one, like, light aspect, just like, you know, that little bit of me there, you know, just, and you put that in, you'll be like, do you know what, yeah, she made my day. Like, definitely get that. If you're really feeling low and you want like a little accessory, you get like a little sunflower there, or like a happy face or glow in the dark, and then like, definitely let me know, and I'll just be like, yeah, see, you know, I really helped someone there. And it's, for me, it's all about the small little things that people remember me by. So I know that I've had like my run-ins in the past with people who have done negative things, and I've been, you know, a negative person and played the negative role, and it's got to the point where I accept that I wasn't always the nice one, or I wasn't always the one hard done by, or I was not always the one that was in the right. And this is the thing, when you're dealt with you know, people come to you, it's like, it's crazy, because this is where I'm at, yeah. So I'll be thinking about something. The thing is, yeah, I'll be thinking about it. It's nothing to do with, you know, what I've watched on the TV or nothing like that. I'll be thinking about something, like, just something will just pop up in my head, and I'll be like, oh right, like, you know, when you just have those little deja vus and you're like, oh, why am I thinking about this all of a sudden? Why am I like, you know, why has this all just come to mind all of a sudden? And then like, it's almost as if then someone will come to you and then talk about it. It's like, is this why you was reminding me of this, so that I can give this person this advice? Because I've noticed that you actually help people more by talking about your own experience. People want to see facts. They want to see living truth. Like, my thing is, yeah, I'm in a situation where it's a very difficult situation, but there's millions of people like me in this situation. You know, there's a lot of single mums out there, dealing with, you know, young children, having, you know, a lot of children in the house, whether it be, you know, you're a single mum, or you're just a mum in general, and, you know, your partner's out all day and you're in charge of, you know, running the household and all of that stuff, right? You could just be overwhelmed, like, with, you know, that child energy, you know. It's just, and it's a lot because they're trying to regulate and control their emotions, but if you can't regulate your own emotions, how are you meant to help these little children? So I think that, you know, you've got to keep that in mind. I'm hoping that this helps someone, because I feel that I talk to a lot of people who really are struggling, and just that's the energy that I pick up on more people who have, you know, mental illnesses, disabilities, just the outcasts or the misfits. I'm going to say the misfits. So the misfit energy, definitely. Like, and it's not even bad being a misfit, because do you remember that program on Channel 4? It was called Misfits, the series. Definitely check it out, because they had superpowers and shit in it. I think so, yeah, they had superpowers. I watched it in and out because at the time I was in, yeah, I was in Belgium, I think, when that came out. So I was kind of on it, but it was difficult to get it. And, you know, like, in those times, like, even on YouTube, like, you couldn't really find it. You'd have to actually really watch the TV or have the channel to watch it. Obviously now we've got things like, the all them players and whatever now, so you can go back to those, like Netflix. You probably get on Netflix or like Prime Now or Prime Video or whatever. So like now there's more than enough options to watch it. Do you know what pissed me off though? In during the first lockdown, right? This was when, like, I was like chilling with someone who I'm like no longer friends with, right, but love and light, because like she really helped me through a dark time as well, and I hope that I helped her as well. You know, I said to her, oh my gosh, like, it'd be sick if we watched Bad Girls, because I used to love Bad Girls when I was younger, right? And like, there's this thing called BritBox, and you'd think like that's, everyone knows Bad Girls, like you'd think, oh, that's just, it's just gonna be on there, and it wasn't. And you had like your comedies like Lenny Henry and stuff and whatever, and like, you know, I think Three Non Blondes was on there as well, which I absolutely love as well. They're so funny. Oh my gosh, and Miss Jocelyn, oh my days, yeah, she's too funny, man. But what was I saying? Yeah. But yeah, and then they recently, well, not recently added it. I think they added it after a year or something. Like, when it first came out, it wasn't on there, but then they gradually added it. I think they were trying to like get people on it, and then probably hope that, you know, these things would be added and whatever. I don't know how they do their marketing or whatever, but it's on there now. So definitely check that out. Check out Bad Girls. Check out Misfits. So, you know, because I'm like I said, I'm talking to all different energies, all walks of life here. So like, I'm no judgment to anyone here. But I just know that I'm talking to someone who just feels that they don't fit in here, or what is their role, purpose, or place here, where do they fit in and stuff. But trust me, you've walked the path that you've walked, and you've overcome so many obstacles and battles on your way in your journey, and you will receive the clarity that you need. With the Three of Wands here and the Six of Pentacles, you will receive that balance, and you will start to see what you've put in. And but it's been a harsh lesson for a lot of us in terms of giving something. You know, when you help someone, so say for example you're in a position to help a homeless person, say you're going to the shop, you're buying lunch or something, and you're in a position to help a homeless person. So you're going to Tesco, you're buying your meal deal, and you see a homeless person out there, but really check the energy, like use discernment, of course, because sometimes these people are just out here actually doing it for a living, like that's their job, that's their, you know, their, and then they have jobs, or they receive benefits or do whatever in their whatever time, and that's what they do during the day. So you've got to really use discernment on these people, but at the same time, you know, if you really, you know, feel that's what you're being called to do, and you're in a position to do that, then do that, because you need to understand that it's not about doing making that gesture and missing out because they're not grateful for it. It's the fact that you've done it with pure heart and a pure intention. And this is when you do stuff, do it with intent, do it with pure intention, so that people can see the love and your pure intent behind it. Okay, when you're in your emotions and you're just, you know, all over the place, you're not really gonna create stuff from a place of love. You're going to create stuff from a place of anger or suppression or something, and it's going to reflect on your work. If you're someone like myself, you can instantly see it. Like, I can't hide this shit. I can't fake it. Like, whatever. Like, if I'm pissed off, you're going to know about it. Like, everyone will know about it. You immediately feel that it's just angry. Like, the energy will just be angry. So it's, you know, and then people start treading carefully and stuff, and you know, like, you're not in the mindset that you want to be in, because you don't want to, like, I want people to feel comfortable with saying stuff around me without them feeling like, oh, I'm not going to say it because it's going to hurt her feelings. Like, no, the fuck, I need you to say shit so that I can elevate and grow. But the thing is, it's just about growing thicker skin. Not everyone's going to be agreeable, Gregson, and like what you're doing. They're not going to like your style. They're gonna see you as someone that's beneath them or whatever. You're always going to have that, but you need to release that mindset of like, okay, do you know what, I'm allowing these people to determine my worth. You can't allow that anymore. You really can't. You have to really flip it and just be like, look, you know what, this is who I am, and be truthful with yourself, and be honest with yourself. Be truthful and honest with yourself, and you'll get the answers that you seek. Yeah. A lot of you may feel like you're going crazy or something, or you may actually be dealing with some mental health issues. But then also, I believe that mental health issues and spirituality to some extent kind of ties in together, because in certain beliefs, if you think about certain beliefs and stuff, it's not necessarily seen as, you've got some people that do not believe in mental illnesses at all. And if you think about, I said in one of my previous videos, I said that a lot of things can be healed with plants. So, you know, it's about learning and understanding your body and how it reacts into certain things, chemicals being released, all of the stuff about the brain and stuff like that. So I find things like that very interesting to look into, like when you really think about how the brain works. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that resonated and helped whoever comes across this message today. And yeah, peace and love. Bye.